So when I was newly married, before I had kids, my husband Chris and I watched the movie Clara's Heart. That would have been like the middle to late 80s, somewhere in there. In that movie, Whoopi Goldberg's character gives this advice to the mother in the movie. Your own happiness can never be as important as that child's until he grows to be a man. Being a parent, caring for any animal or child in your life is about some degree of sacrifice that prioritizes their needs. I imperfectly tried to live out that advice as Emily and Lucy grew up, but that sacrifice continues in many of the ways that Jill's talks about, now that they are adults. But I think Whoopi is saying that maybe, now, in order to have a healthy relationship with my adult children, it's okay for my needs to matter too. Let's look at what we can learn about Mary's relationship with her son, Jesus. Mary had said yes to having Jesus, to being Jesus' mother, a great cost to herself. She had diapered and clothed and cared for him. We learn from the story of the adolescent Jesus staying behind in the temple that Mary continued to ponder who God had called her son to be. And so do we, as we parent adult children. The wedding at Cana gives us another glimpse into their relationship. Now that Jesus is an adult, there's a reciprocity, a give and take in their relationship, a time of deepening love and a necessary loss as their roles change. Mary tells Jesus of her need to protect the hosts of the wedding from embarrassment, of running out of wine at their child's wedding banquet. With my daughter getting married in June, I felt for her. She names her need and lets Jesus decide how to respond. Perhaps she's also nudging him to claim his true identity and begin using his God-given power. The wedding at Cana is an episode in the series The Chosen. In the scene where Mary asks Jesus to provide wine for the feast, he softly says to his mother, "But my time has not yet come." She responds, "If not now, when?" And then she softly says, "Please." Jesus smiles and proceeds to meet his mother's need. When the wine is served and celebrated, Mary catches her son's eye and whispers, "Thank you." Many here today have navigated or borne witness to the challenges and joys of the gradual turning over of the steering wheel to our adult children. And our giving up of control, our children help us continue to grow up. We, like Mary and Jesus, continue to be called into new roles and towards new purposes. There is love and there is loss. A need for new wineskins to hold our new God-given identity. So what are the lessons from this story? The first one is that the abundant, incredibly abundant wine is the grace we need as we continue to parent. How many of you made mistakes that you do this to when parenting your children? I sure did. So that abundant grace causes our cups to overflow. The second lesson is that it's okay to have our needs matter in relationship with our children. And it's okay to ask God and others for what we need. What if, instead of expressing our needs as a demand, though, to our children, what if we asked like Mary did? And what if we said, "Please," and "Thank you"? The third lesson, God is nudging us towards growth in and through all of our relationships. So the one need that I would say is the most important is this last one. that the church is called to be a part of the village that it takes to raise a child. It's not just up to the parents. We are all mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, aunts and uncles, grandmothers and grandfathers in the family of God. Amen.